Hello, welcome to Lifeology Masterclass. People make their mark in this world in different ways. Some graduate from the premium universities in the country like IITs and IIMs and build up fabulous careers with transnational corporations. Some other people, they become award-winning screenplay writers. There are also people who write and publish best-selling novels. There are people who travel across the world, meet up with youngsters and motivate them, inspire them to chase their passion and become successful in this world. There are also people who make intellectually honest socio-political economic commentaries. One day, God has decided to take all these five attributes to one man, and his parents named him Chetan Bhagat. Today, we have Chetan Bhagat with us for Lifeology Masterclass. Chetan Bhagat is going to talk to us about the art of parenting, how you can lead your children to the most appropriate career options, and what is the mindset and focus required to get into the premium universities in the country. And he's also going to talk about the most fascinating word in this world, passion. Let us listen to Chetan Bhagat in this Lifeology Masterclass. Chetan, welcome to Lifeology Masterclass.
Thank you,
Chetan, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. That's either one of the best introductions I've got, or it also shows how confused I am. But I was like, yeah, he's right. I kind of do all these things. But yes, that's how my life has played out. Yes.
Thank you. So, Chetan, we have a strong community of closely knitted parents. I had a word with some of them before this conversation. They listen to Chetan as an author, as a screenplay writer, as a movie person, as an investment banker. But they're yet to listen to Chetan talking about he as a parent.
Yeah.
So we really love to listen to Chetan about Chetan as a parent. Can you talk a bit about that?
Firstly, I like the name Lifeology because it's the subject, it's like a subject like biology and things
psychology.
Psychology. It's the study of life.
Correct.
And life is interesting. And you're right that I am no longer just me, the individual, I'm also a parent. And I'd like to think responsible parent of twin boys who are 16. So they're at that age, where a lot of important things are happening. They're getting their adolescence. They have to make career choices, things like that. So it's been quite a journey. I never thought I would be like, I actually wasn't even sure if I'll be able to have kids and like nurture them and bring them up because I was quite immature myself. And then suddenly I had two at the same time. So from
Not
0
one.
to 2 and 2 boys. And it is of course when it's challenging at every stage, parenting. When they're very young, you have to of course care for them and provide food. But I think the real challenge comes, which must be for a lot of your members, is that when the children are at that crucial age of deciding what they want to do in life, or which, like I would say my kids are right now, the teenage, late teenage. I think that's always difficult for people. Like, are we doing it right? Are we pushing the child too much? Should we push him less? Should we push him more? Should I guide him to say choose this course? Should I let him choose? Should I let him do the passion? Should I make him try for competitive exams? Should I let him do a business? So there is no answers. There is no book. There is no user manual on how to bring up children. So I'm no exception. It is difficult. All my influence and what you're saying, all my most influential person, that doesn't apply at my house.
Okay.
They will listen to anybody but their parents. That's true for me as well.
Correct, I understand. See, Chetan, many times parents are confused on one thing. It's like all believe we have to build up children as great citizens, but which attributes we have to develop within them? Habits or values, skills, so what sort of attributes? So you have traveled across the globe, talked to people of different levels in life, different strata of life. So in your own experience and in your observation of the society, what are the major attributes the parents should build up in their children?
Yeah, it's a good question, and I think the word you mentioned is values. What I've seen is that people who are successful and happy, and I think both are important, and are people who have certain values that have made them that way. And I think while times keep changing, professions keep changing, somebody's becoming an engineer, somebody's becoming a lawyer, somebody's becoming something else, the values of life or the values which help you do well in life and be happy in life don't change. And I think for success, for example, you need to have the value of working hard, right? You have to have hard work, consistent work, not developing bad habits, taking away screen time, and just doing your work with a certain quality. I always say, how you do anything is how you do everything. So think about it. If someone tells you to arrange a plate of food, how you arrange that is how you will do your work, how you will do your exams, everything, how you make your bed. If it's of high quality, you will. So this value, that's a value that I value. If my name is on it, it will be of high quality. So I think these kind of things will really help you be successful. But to be happy, of course, success helps you in being happy, but that's not enough. You need relationships. You need how to talk to people. So you need good communication skills. You need to be a empathetic, kind person. You know. So these are things parents can teach the kids. And I feel if you teach these, the flower will blossom. What I often find is parents spend too much time thinking about which entrance exam and what to do and which subject, and neighbor's kid is doing this and relative's kid is doing this. You are not doing anything. Just teach him or her the right values and the right, and they will find their path. They are individuals. They have their own Aadhaar card. They have their own passports, believe it or not. They may be your children, but they have their own journey. Maybe they'll be slower than you.
Correct.
Maybe they will make mistakes. Maybe you could have made them get there faster. But I'd rather the child has his or her own journey with the right values. That parents have to give.
That means a parent can be a coach or a mentor or a facilitator.
But the coach can't hold the bat.
Correct.
A coach cannot hold the bat. And in the jungle, right? What a lion or a tiger has cubs, and I'm sure the mother tiger really likes the cubs, and they really loves the cubs. But ultimately, she has to let the cubs learn how to hunt.
Correct.
Just because she loves doesn't mean in the beginning she'll get the food, but eventually, as the tiger grows, they have to learn how to hunt, and the mother has to make sure that they're out there. Now, when they go hunting, they could get hurt. They could get, there's a tussle and all that, but the mother has to let go. What I find often, a lot of parents, they care a lot for the child. They love the child so much, but it almost is like, I don't know if there is a word like that, over parenting. Over helicopter parenting, where they're making every decision for the child, where they're deciding everything, where they're making sure that the child never feels pain, where the child never has a difficulty. And then this child will not remain a child. He will go to a real world. He'll go to an office. He will have a boss. And that boss will scream at the child, and the child will come running home. What happened? You told me the world is a beautiful cushioned place because you cushioned my every fall. I don't know if that's the best way to parent.
So
you have to teach the child how to hunt.
Correct.
Get the claws going, how to bite. Of course, we don't hunt, tigers hunt, but we have to make a living. We have to find our place in the world. So I think that balance of parenting, that's my view.
Yeah, of course.
But too many parents I've also seen who are just they know everything.
Yeah.
Which exam he should take and what application date and everything for the child has been done.
But they don't focus on the values.
No, just focus on the values. Make sure the child says, if he gets up in the morning, I'm giving you a very practical tip. Tell him you can't get up and just sit. Make your bed. And make sure the bed is made like beautifully. Right? And then when you go brush your teeth, make sure the bathroom is arranged. Make sure one day of the week you make your own breakfast. Teach these things. They will make that child far more a better leader, a better, more independent person in the future.
So many times I think parents, do you think that they are over cushioning the kids, whereas as you rightly said now, so they get everything, and yes, the children always get an S at home. They get whatever they get.
Yeah.
But when they face the real world, the scenario is different.
They get yes at home.
Yeah.
They get a yes at their phone.
Yeah.
Whatever app they want to load, they can load.
Yeah.
Whatever game they want to play, they can play. The phone is their phone is an assistant.
Yeah.
So the phone will do whatever. So they get used to getting things in life. And they don't get used to struggle. They don't get used to hard work. And true success will never come without these things. And so parents have to have the right balance. I'm not saying don't love your child, but you have to realize what is love. Love is to make this person self-sufficient, independent, so that they go out there and they can even not only manage themselves, maybe they can lead. They can lead a team, right?
Yeah.
And if that's not there, I mean, and that's not very difficult to do. That you have to just learn to, like, you can be the guardrail, like The child is walking and you can do the guardrail that if they fall, you maybe can, but it doesn't mean you hold the child.
Chetan, I have a question over there. It's like I have listened to many parents saying like, I want to inculcate the best values with my child, but what to do? So many parents at least ask me, so which training program I can send my child for developing values and habits, which coach I can get for my child. So I could see that many parents want to do this, but they're really confused how to do this.
I'm sure there are some wonderful coaching programs, but I tell you the best coaching program is at home.
Yeah.
If a parent talks rudely to domestic staff, and then you tell the kids, or you send the kids by paying money, and you send the kids and they teach, please be nice to the domestic staff, and then he comes home and then he sees that daddy is shouting at the maid, or the mother is shouting at the driver, or whatever, or whoever, or at the waiter in a restaurant. What values is the child going to get, right?
Correct.
So whether we like it or not, children see what their parents do. I tell my children to work hard, but daddy is just chilling. Daddy doesn't work.
Correct.
Right? Daddy never goes to the gym. Daddy never goes to, he's okay. His work is late. Everywhere he's showing up late. You think the children won't see that? The children will like, no, but I must be good because my daddy said I must be good. No. Children are going to do what you do. You want the children to do less phone, you do less phone.
Yeah.
They are looking at you. Whether they may not agree. My teenage children definitely don't like to say that, oh, we are following you. Right? They want to show that they are independent, but it's not true.
Correct.
They are getting super influenced by you. If they see the parents work hard, they will work hard. They'll get that value of working hard. If they see their parents being kind people, of talking respectfully to others, they will. If even for your own sake, for parents' sake, how you treat your parents, how they see the grandparents being treated, is how you are going to be treated one day. It's not like you send them to a class saying you must look after your parents, or make them watch Bhagban and they will look after you nicely. They will see how you behaved with Dada Dadi and Nana Nani, and
it's like they learn what they see around, right? They learn what they see
they
around.
imbibe, and they will believe that. So I think if you want to be good parents, you don't have to do extra. You don't have to. If you have those values, the children will mimic. You don't have to set up a class like 830 values. No, I don't think so. That is needed. I'm not saying it doesn't help. Like if you are doing all that, and then maybe it can help. Scriptures helps, prayer helps. All our religions are teaching also all these things only. No. So it's all that can help. Yes.
Correct. Chetan, every parent want to do this, but the biggest excuse they bring onto the table is time. So they say that I really don't have time to do this, but I want to do this. How do you take that excuse?
I mean, if you don't have time for your family, then what exactly are you even doing, right? I mean, there's this movie Godfather, which is about gangsters, very famous movie, and one of the famous lines in that movie is a real man must make time for his family, and that's a movie about gangsters. Like if a gangster can make time for his family, none of which is not a very human kind of profession. Even if if people are saying I don't have time for family, but I want to teach my children good values, that itself is the irony. If that means you don't have the value of family time. I'm not saying you should be there 24/7. We are even talking of overparenting, right?
Correct.
Overparenting is means like you're putting too much time, but those who say that I don't have any time, that's also not right. So I think life is about balance, and you must give time to your kids and your family. If you don't, it's not going to be good long term for them. That will show. If you think that, because children grow up, if you say that I'm going to work hard now and one day I'll spend time with my children, by that time children are grown up.
Correct.
So it's no use. So you must have that balance, and I think that's the essence of everything in life.
Correct.
Work, fun, pleasure, sleep, food, sugar, and time with kids. You must give. Even if you're away, these days it's so easy. Video calls and normal calls, everybody has access. It's free virtually. So I think you have to be engaged and give that limited time. But when you give that time, you should be 100% there. Not like, okay, let's play, but you're thinking in your head, okay, tomorrow I have to do this presentation. No, you give 30 minutes, but you give full 30 minutes.
Chetan, I think another major issue many times parents talk is like, they're totally held up with office or financial issues or about managing the external activities which they are into, social life and all. But they say it is easy to say that you have to keep a work-life balance and spend fine time for kids. But the mind is not allowing us to do this.
Yeah.
This is one another excuse which I have listened from many people.
Yeah, it's a good point. People want to do everything. People want everything in life. They want to be working a lot, they want to have a lot of friends, they want to have, not miss any party, and they want to be there for the kids also.
Correct.
Everything is not possible. We've all heard of FOMO, fear of missing out, and people don't want to miss out on anything.
Correct.
But there's also the new thing, which is JOMO, the joy of missing out. And I think people need to realize what is important. There's only 3 or 4 things we can do well in life. We can't do everything well in life. So you can't, and if having a huge social circle is a priority for you, it's going to take time. If having a career is a priority for you, it's going to take time. If you want to have a great relationship with your children, it's going to take time. Now, time is limited. So you can, of course, try time management techniques or whatever, but you will still be able to only do 2 or 3 things well. So you have to decide.
So you have to be okay with this
I
JOMO, right?
had to be okay. I had to be okay with JOMO. I mean, I can't give up my career. It's very intense and it keeps me. So I want to give my family time and I want to take care of my health. And that's really 90% of my time or 95% of my time when I'm up. Because health means you have to sleep on time. Family time means you have to time that. What that means is I have less time to have a lot of friendships. I'm being honest, and it's not like I don't enjoy being with friends. I like, but I never get time to do it, and I know. So I'll do it less, and I'm okay with it. And I when I'm with them, I try to have fun, and I will have fun with them, but I can't be out with friends three days a week.
You're avoiding it with awareness. You're avoiding with awareness.
I mean, it's not even avoiding. It's like deciding what is important to me, and I think we all must. So even with kids, if it is important to you, give up something else. You can't get everything in life. You can't.
Yeah. So I think this would be the biggest advice which you can give to the parents.
Yeah.
It's like, don't try to mess up. By doing a lot of things, don't try to mess up things. Focus on something which is less in number.
Which matters to you. And I think what you're telling me is that the parents are telling you they do want to do things for their kids, but they also are getting pulled in 7 different directions. So you gotta stop. You gotta say you will hurt yourself. You will get stressed. You will lose your health.
Correct. Got it. So Chetan, moving forward, so yes, the parents have to teach values, develop values with children, and they have to spend time more time with children.
Yeah.
And nowadays, come to education. So the parents are really confused how to make children focus on education, focus on studies, because the screen time, movie time, everything is accessible in one click for children. So how that focus can be developed?
Thank God I didn't have a phone in my time. The cell phone and data. I would have not cleared IIT. I would have not had an imagination because I was just watching content. Why would I be creating in my mind? My mind is now numb because I'm just watching content. So I think none of what I've achieved, I would have achieved if this smartphone was there. Now, this smartphone is also very useful. I used Google Maps this morning. I used it to check the news. I used it to communicate with people. It's amazing. It's also being used with colleges, like you're doing online school, online college, you look for a job, whatever. So there is no denying. But it's also very harmful because it can also waste a lot of time. And the average screen time people are spending 5 hours, 6 hours, 7, 8 hours a day. Now if a young person does that, that's 1/3 to 1/2 of their productive day gone.
Correct.
Their life is gone. Correct. And they are not going to be that age anymore. So and then they say we don't have time because you're wasting time, you're like dumping time every day. So I think we have to limit because it's got something good in it, we can't throw it away. If it was only bad, we would have said just throw it away. It's not. But you have to limit it and realize that this is harmful beyond a certain point. Like sugar, you have a jar of sugar in your house, but you don't keep eating it all day, right? Why? Because you know it's bad for you. Like, or you keep eating honey all day. Little bit of honey is good,
Yeah.
but too much is bad.
Correct.
Same with the phone. You have to say that this is legal
Yeah.
and it's available. So I have to do it. Like the TV is there in your house, right? You don't keep watching TV 24 hours. But phone we do because phone is so convenient.
Yeah.
So just as you switch the TV off, you have to keep the phone away when you're working, or whatever system works for you. Some people go to airplane mode. Some people say, okay, when I'm working, I don't want to be distracted. Some people put notifications off. Whatever works for you, but especially for young children, because that is the year where they are studying for exams, applying for jobs. If they waste that time, if you're retired, you're 70 plus, fine.
Yeah. You don't have anything else to do.
No, you don't have. You can watch TV or you can play on your phone. It's fine. Doesn't matter. It's okay for my mother.
But at the most important time in your life, you should not do that.
God, that's so scary. The thought that 15-year-olds or 12-year-olds have a phone in their pocket which they can take out and waste their time at all time. You're not developing your imagination in this phone. You are losing focus. Your attention span is dropping. You are just, you're going to pay the price for it. And it's not good to do it too much. 1 hour is okay. 1.5 hours is okay, but not more.